Hello, hope you're having a great day. This has been yet another day that I have managed to get out of bed at 7:30, but it's been another day where I've had to basically sit on the end of my bed for 20 minutes before I can actually get going. But, that's fine. I'm trying not to worry about that. Part of me is sort of trying to rush ahead and look at that negatively and, tell myself that I should be getting up straight away and not spending that 20 minutes sitting on my bed waiting to get going. But I know that if I, try and jump ahead and start feeling negative about that 20 minutes, then that could jeopardize me actually getting up at 7:30, and I might fall back into the trap of just, going back to bed, turning my alarm off and going back to bed. But managed to stay up this morning. Funnily enough, I kept waking up a good half a dozen times in the sort of hour coming up to my alarm. So, I kept waking up and looking at the clock and seeing I've got, an hour left, going back to sleep, woke up again, saw that I had 50 minutes left, went back to sleep, and so on, which can be dangerous. I've watched things on YouTube before that talk about sleep and stuff, and it sort of says that if you wake up and then fall back to sleep and you don't have a sort of 90-minute period, then your body will naturally basically want to stay asleep for that 90-minute period. So if you wake up and you haven't got 90 minutes left that you're able to go back to sleep for, sometimes it can just be better to stay up. But, I did just keep going back to sleep. And maybe because I was only going back to sleep for sort of 10 minutes at a time, maybe then I didn't get into a deep enough sleep for that 90-minute rule to apply. I don't know. But I still managed to get up at 7:30, thankfully. And I've just been working through my daily routine, slowly, yes, a bit of a zombie, yes. But, I'm just so grateful and proud of myself that I seem to be able to get up at 7:30 every day at the moment. And I don't want to count my chickens. I just want to keep, living one day at a time. And it is still a battle. I'm literally sitting on the end of my bed for 20 minutes, having a war with myself. Part of me is just trying to find excuses to go back to sleep. And then, part of me is just focusing on, the message of my alarm that I use now that I made myself, which is if I go back to bed, I'll be a rested loser. If I stay up, I'll be a tired winner. And I'd rather be a tired winner. And I've just been able to win that sort of 20-minute war every morning recently, which I'm really happy about. Now, today I've got a video to finish editing for the other channel. Obviously going to have to edit yesterday's video on this channel as well. I've got someone coming round who works for a company that gives me paint materials and stuff, as I've mentioned before on this channel. So he'll be round in about an hour. Between the next hour or 2 hours. He's coming round between 10 and 11, and it's, just gone 9 now. And other than that, I think I might actually crack on with doing my tax return, which is due on 20th, I think it is. Shouldn't really leave it till this last minute really, but doing the books and stuff isn't something I enjoy doing. I hate doing it. I do it myself. I don't have an accountant. I'm not at the stage where I need to have an accountant really. My books are quite simple. My business is very small. So I think I'm going to sit down and do my tax return today. Not going to bother going out to the other garage. I'm probably going to have to tomorrow, which is kind of disappointing because my beautiful girlfriend Kat's off work tomorrow. But, that's how it is sometimes, You've got to put your work before, spending time with your girlfriend. So right now, as usual, I'm turning the camera on after I've been for my walk. Came back, I've written in a journal, I've just had a 10-minute meditation, and now I need to bang out my home workout. This evening, I'm actually planning to go to the gym and do a leg session, but here at home, I think I'm going to give my arms and shoulders and everything a rest and just do an ab session. So I'll do a set of sit-ups, then I'll do a set of the Russian twists holding my light dumbbells, and then I'll do 30 seconds laying down and holding my legs just off the ground. I'll use Alexa to do a 30-second timer, and then that's the 3 exercises. Do 2 of each as usual, and then I can get in my cold shower and have my breakfast, hopefully before the guy comes round. Last time he came round, he knocked on the door just as I'd got in my cold shower. So it really interrupted my morning routine. But if I can actually get everything done before he comes, that'd be better. So that's going to be the drive I'm going to use now to crack straight on with my workout and not sit here procrastinating about it. Alexa, give me a 30-second countdown.
30 seconds. Starting now.
Oh. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. All right, it's now 3 p.m. and although I have had my head in my MacBook most of the time, I'm definitely feeling like I'm not doing as much as I could. And I feel like I'm being a bit lazy, and I know what it is. It's because I'm dreading doing my tax return. And it's nothing to do with, having to pay the tax that I'm due. I mean, my business, my other YouTube channel is very small. Most people in my position wouldn't be, doing their business stuff fully legal like I am. I mean, literally, ever since I started making, £3 or £4 a month from advert revenue, and I was selling just a few stickers to people, straight from then I just decided to run my business legitimately, and I've been filing tax returns ever since, and as a result I don't really pay much tax. I have a lot of expenses, there's not much profit, so it's not paying the tax that's the issue. It's just that it's not a very interesting or fun thing to do. And that's why I put it off until now. It's really last minute now. So it is time for me to do it right now. But yeah, I'm just not looking forward to it. And that's making me sort of be a bit lazier than I should be. I can feel it. If I'm being honest with myself and I'm being honest with you guys, I'm definitely not performing as I should. And I know it's just because I'm not looking forward to cracking on with that tax return. I have dug out my books and I've sort of made a very small start on getting all the figures together. But I haven't really done much on it. But right now I've finished editing the car video, finished editing yesterday's video on this channel. So it's not like I haven't been doing anything. It's just that I'm sort of stalling getting all that stuff done and then cracking on with my tax return. Now, my beautiful girlfriend Kat is always willing to help me with my books and stuff, so I think I'm actually going to wait until she gets home from work and we'll do all the books and stuff together. But that means I really do need to bang out my gym session today early. I'm going to be doing a leg session, so maybe I'll have to take my car and go early and then sort of get back when she gets home from work. That would be ideal. But right now I'm having myself a lunch, chicken and cheese sarnies as usual, having my 4th cup of coffee of the day, and I will be having a protein yogurt as well. I forgot to bring that into the living room with me. But just not looking forward to doing my tax return. All right, you joined me at the gym. I've actually come here a bit later than I was planning. I texted my beautiful girlfriend Kat earlier and asked her what time she was going to be finishing work, and she thought she was getting out early, so I decided not to bother taking my car to the gym and decided to wait indoors for her. But she ended up finishing a bit later than she thought. So it's now 10 to 8 and I'm about to go in and do a leg session, which is quite a long session. There's probably not much chance that I'm going to get out of here before 9, but it is what it is and it's got to be done. Now, I have been cracking on with my tax return online, and I actually made it a bit more difficult for myself. When I logged onto the government website, it was saying that according to their records, I had an employment, working for a company during that financial year. It's obviously the financial year from 2022 to 2023. And I thought to myself, no, I'm sure I went redundant from my day job before that. Right, I wrongly thought that. So I deleted that section from the online tax return. And then I realised, no, actually, I went redundant from my day job just after April 2022, right? So then I had to dig out a P60, which is like a thing you get at the end of a financial year to say how much money you've earned and how much tax you've paid if you've got like a PAYE job. So yeah, I'm looking for that because I then need the figures that were actually on the tax return, but I deleted them and it was too late to go back. So then I couldn't find that P60, but I did find my last payslip from that employment. which showed all the details that I needed. So yeah, just made it a bit harder for myself. But I'm hoping to finish that tax return this evening on the computer, and I've actually got longer to do it than I thought. It's got to be done by the end of January, not the 20th, which is handy. But yeah, all day today I haven't been with it, I haven't been like in the zone. And I know just from experience, of studying how my mind works, I know it's just because I've got this tax return to do. And as I think I mentioned earlier, it's nothing to do with me worried about, the tax I've got to pay and whatnot. That's not an issue at all. It's just that, it's just not a fun thing to do, the books. Even my sort of books that I do every month, we do our books ourselves, right? I never look forward to it, and I put them off. I haven't done my books for the last few months, to be honest, and I sort of decided that I'll get Christmas out of the way, then get my tax return out of the way for the last financial year, and then we'll catch up with my books. Yeah, it's just not a fun thing to do. And I know most people would just leave it to an accountant, but, my business is very small. So, any costs that I can save, i.e. accountancy costs, then yeah, I will do it. It's better off me doing my books myself. And I know that when you get an accountant, they save you more than they cost you, right? Because they're able to identify things that you can put through the books that you might not have been able to identify. But the reality is my business is so small that I don't need to find any more efficiencies in my taxes, if that makes any sense, without going into detail about my business, because that's no one else's business but my own. But yeah, I need to get in here and get this leg session done. As always, not looking forward to it. Leg sessions, I never look forward to them. They do take a lot out of me, but you know what? It's always worthwhile going to the gym. Alright, leg session done. Now, one thing I did tonight, which I used to do religiously before any gym session, and I've just been forgetting lately, except tonight, is have some fruit before the gym. And tonight has definitely been another session where I can feel myself getting stronger. Now, I'm not saying that that's solely down to the fruit, but the fruit definitely wouldn't have hurt the situation. And because I'm trying to put on weight at the moment, I really should make sure that I have fruit before I go to the gym, before I go to boxing. But I should anyway. It's a great sort of source of fuel for your workout, some healthy carbs. And yeah, tonight I had a banana and 2 apples before my session. And yeah, it's the second leg session where I can see, and yeah, it's the second leg session in a row that I can remember that I've felt considerably stronger than the last. Managed to do the 10 reps on each set of the leg curl for the second time ever. The last time I did a leg session was the first time I managed to do that. And yeah, just in general feeling a lot stronger. I actually went up a notch on the hip adduction and hip abduction, the 2 machines I did last. And one thing I really noticed was the pump I got after the leg extension. But I needed to go to the toilet badly after I got off the leg curl, and I decided to do the leg extension first because I thought that the fact that I was busting to go to the toilet would make me have less rest between the sets and, go with enough intensity to still do the same amount of reps. And it did do just that. When I was walking to the toilet after doing those leg extension sets, yeah, my legs felt so inflated, and in general my legs are feeling pretty fatigued right now, and yeah, pretty well pumped. So yeah, really decent leg session. It's now 9:30, so I need to get myself home, have a shower, and then I'm going to have a big protein based dinner as usual, and then I think I'm going to at least dig out some receipts and stuff so that I'm ready to finish doing my tax return in the morning. I might not actually do my tax return tonight, but yeah, going to at least do that before I go to bed, and yeah, hopefully chill out with Kat and watch TV for a bit as well. Check out this plate of protein. 2 huge chicken breasts, which my beautiful girlfriend marinated for me earlier on, and yeah, 2 eggs, loads of vegetables, protein yogurt for afterwards, you know the drill, and our smoothie that we have every day. And I'm allowing myself some peronaise with my chicken because I'm welcoming any extra calories that I can ingest at the moment. Need to get big. Well, it is bedtime. It's actually 11:30, and got to admit, after my dinner, I didn't dive into doing any work. Didn't even dig out the receipts like I planned to make another step towards doing my tax return. And I'm probably not going to dive into doing that tomorrow morning either. I want to spend a whole day around the garage. I want to really try and get out early and actually spend a whole day around the garage. I've got so much to do on my latest project, and it's getting exciting now. Got to the stage where I can actually start bolting bits to the car, although there is some sort of more boring bits to do, like wiring and stuff like that. But there's plenty to do, and I'm itching to dive into that project, and I think it's going to be really beneficial if I can spend a whole day around the garage tomorrow. Normally, whenever I plan to spend a whole day around the garage, by the time I've done my morning routine and done the things that I have to do before I leave the house, I'll still end up getting around there at lunchtime at best. So we'll see how I do tomorrow, but I have decided to put all this tax stuff off until at least tomorrow evening. But today I realised that I've got another 10 days to do it than I thought I had. But it's as I've already mentioned in this video, it's one of them things that I don't want to do. I am putting it off because I just don't enjoy doing the books and stuff. It's like the one thing that mentally I just find really hard to force myself to do. And it's, I sort of just put these things off in the same way that I used to put everything off in my life. So I'm grateful that I am able to drive myself to, do my workouts every day, go to the gym and whatnot. But doing the books and tax stuff, I am just putting it off. But as long as I get it done in time, then I won't get fined or whatever. But for now, I am going to go and get myself ready for bed. And hopefully tomorrow, get up yet again on time and ready to attack the day. So I'm going to end this video here. Hope it's been somewhat helpful or motivational. Feel free to say hello in the comments and we'll have a chat, or get in touch through the usual channels. All the links to everything will be in the description as usual. I'll be back for another video tomorrow. I'll chat to you then.